Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the most jaw-dropping facts about our natural world. Today, we're turning up the heat to explore some of the most extreme environments on Earth. Volcanoes. Imagine landscapes so harsh and fiery, most would run the other way. Yet believe it or not, there are animals that don't just survive, they flourish amidst smoldering lava and searing temperatures. How do they manage it? Well, let's find out together. Stick around as we count down 6 incredible animals that live in volcanoes. Let's ignite our curiosity and jump right in. First up, we have the tardigrades, often called water bears. These minuscule marvels could comfortably dance on the head of a pin, measuring less than a millimeter in length. Yet, despite their diminutive stature, tardigrades are veritable titans when it comes to survival. Roaming the mossy carpets of forest floors and the sediment at the bottoms of lakes, tardigrades are not picky about their habitats. But it's their presence in volcanic hot springs that truly showcases their resilience. Here, the water temperatures can soar to levels that would spell doom for most other forms of life, but not for these microscopic conquerors. How do they manage this feat? Tardigrades have a secret superpower. When faced with environmental extremes, they can enter a state known as cryptobiosis. In this state, their bodies dry out and their metabolism plummets to near zero. They shed nearly all of their water, curl up into a tiny ball, and effectively put themselves on pause. In this desiccated form, tardigrades can endure scalding heat, as well as other extreme conditions like freezing cold, intense radiation, and even the vacuum of space. Once conditions improve, they rehydrate, spring back to life, and go about their business as if nothing happened. Thus, these minuscule creatures not only survive, but thrive in environments that would be lethal to most other life forms. Truly, tardigrades are masters of survival in extreme heat. Who would have thought such a tiny creature could be so tough? Next, dive with me to the depths of the ocean near underwater volcanoes to meet the Pompeii Worms. These remarkable creatures have carved out a life for themselves on the scorching surfaces of hydrothermal vents. Here, the water temperature can soar to a staggering 80 degrees Celsius, a heat that would be unbearable, even lethal to most known life forms. Yet, the Pompeii worm thrives, owing much of its resilience to an astonishing adaptation. The secret to their survival lies in their unique, fleece-like coat. This isn't just any ordinary covering. It's a thriving colony of bacteria that lives on the worms' backs. Think of it as a bespoke microbial shield. This bacterial layer is more than a mere physical barrier. It's a biological marvel, providing protection from the extreme heat and the toxic chemicals belched out by the vents. What's even more fascinating is the symbiotic relationship these worms have with their bacterial coat. The bacteria feed on the chemicals from the hydrothermal vents, which are toxic to most organisms, but a buffet for these microbes. In return, they insulate their host from the fiery temperatures that could otherwise mean certain doom. Living in such extreme conditions, Pompeii worms challenge our understanding of life's boundaries. They're not merely surviving, they're flourishing in what can be described as an alien world beneath the waves. Thriving in underwater infernos, Pompeii worms really show us how life can adapt to the most unexpected places. Moving to the cooler yet still challenging environments on the edges of volcanoes, let's hop over to meet the volcano rabbits. Nestled on the volcanic slopes of Mexico, these rabbits are not your typical backyard bunnies. Known scientifically as volcano rabbits are one of the smallest rabbit species globally, and they're found only in a few isolated regions. These adorable creatures have adapted to a life amidst the ash. They dwell in the dense, high-altitude forests that are often shrouded in mist and mystery. The undergrowth provides crucial cover from the prying eyes of predators. It's a game of hide-and-seek where staying unseen means staying alive. Volcano rabbits communicate with each other using a series of soft, low-pitched sounds that blend seamlessly into the forest whispers. This subtle communication strategy helps them avoid drawing attention to themselves. When it comes to food, they're not picky eaters. Their diet mainly consists of various grasses and the tender shoots of plants, which they forage under the cover of twilight. Surviving the occasional ash fall from nearby volcanic activity, these rabbits have become masters of resilience. The ash can be a menace, but it also enriches the soil, leading to more lush vegetation, which in turn supports their diet. Small yet resilient volcano rabbits are a fantastic example of adaptation to life near fiery mountains. Tom. Imagine a penguin that lives among the volcanic landscapes of New Zealand. This isn't just any penguin, but the yellow-eyed penguin, distinguishable by its pale yellow eyes and a band of golden feathers that stretches from eye to eye across the back of its head. Known to the Maori as hoi-ho, which means the noise shouter, this penguin's calls echo through the windswept coasts where it makes its home. The yellow-eyed penguin is one of the rarest penguins on the planet, with its population numbering only in the thousands. These birds choose to breed and nest in the secluded forests and scrublands that have been shaped by the region's ancient volcanic activity. The dense vegetation and rugged terrain not only provide shelter from the harsh weather conditions, but also offer protection from predators, crucial for their survival and the nurturing of their young. Breeding season for these penguins is a testament to their resilience. They build nests under dense bushes or in other sheltered spots, laying 1 to 2 eggs each season. Both parents are devoted caretakers, sharing duties from incubating the eggs to feeding the hatchlings, until they are ready to brave the ocean on their own. The unique volcanic environment of New Zealand's coasts, characterized by its remote rocky landscapes and nutrient-rich soils, supports a diverse ecosystem where these penguins can thrive despite the challenges. These penguins utilize the unique volcanic terrain to protect their families, showcasing nature's ingenuity. On the volcanic islands of the South Pacific, giant stick insects blend into the charred vegetation. These fascinating creatures, often overlooked, are the silent giants of their ecosystem. Mastering the art of camouflage, they mimic the appearance of twigs and branches, a survival skill that shields them from the keen eyes of predators. In this harsh landscape formed by the relentless activity of volcanoes, one might assume little could survive. Yet, these stick insects thrive. They owe their survival to the nutrient-rich volcanic soil, which fuels a surprisingly lush vegetation despite the otherwise barren surroundings. This vegetation not only provides camouflage but is also a crucial source of nourishment. These insects are not just passive survivors, they are active participants in their ecosystem. As they move through their habitat, they contribute to the pollination of plants and the distribution of seeds, playing a vital role in the regeneration of their environment. The life cycle of these stick insects, from egg to adult, is a marvel of adaptation, each stage finely tuned to maximize survival in a volatile world. Their ability to blend in is so effective that they often go unnoticed even by the most observant hikers. The only hint of their presence might be a slight rustle in the underbrush or the subtle movement of what seemed like a mere branch. Masters of disguise, these giant stick insects turn a potentially hostile environment into a perfect hideout. Lastly, let's fly to the Himalayan ranges, where the fire-tailed Mazornis birds flit among the rhododendron trees. In these high-altitude realms, where the air is thin and the ground is a patchwork of volcanic stone and vibrant blooms, the fire-tailed Mazornis thrives. This small bird, with its striking emerald green body and vividly red tail, stands out against the rugged gray of its volcanic surroundings. The fire-tailed Mazornis is not just a feast for the eyes, it's a master of adaptation. These birds make their homes in the dense rhododendron forests, which flourish in the rich volcanic soil. The nutrients released from the volcanic earth nourish the plants, which in turn provide shelter and food for the Mazornis. It's a splendid cycle of life, born from the fire of the earth itself. Navigating through this challenging terrain, the fire-tailed Mazornis exhibits remarkable agility. They dart and weave through the underbrush, their bright tails flickering like flames. This agility is crucial, not only for finding food, primarily insects and berries, but also for evading predators that roam these high reaches. The breeding season brings these birds into the spotlight, their fiery tails a signal amidst the green. Nests are often built in the thickest parts of the rhododendron bushes, providing safety for their young from the harsh mountain climate and potential threats. With their bright colors and rugged home, these birds are a vivid testament to life's persistence in volcanic landscapes. There you have it, 6 extraordinary animals that have adapted in incredible ways to live in and around volcanoes. From the microscopic tardigrades to the vibrant fire-tailed Mazornis, each creature showcases the sheer resilience and ingenuity of life. These environments, harsh and unforgiving, are not just survivable, they are home to some of the most fascinating species on our planet. This awe-inspiring diversity reminds us of the endless adaptability and the vibrant tapestry of life on Earth. Before you go, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more awesome content. Tell us in the comments which of these volcanic survivors amazed you the most, and stay tuned for more thrilling explorations.